welcome to Around Town with WDHT TV, and we have with us Ken Greibel, and summer is here, which means
Spirit Festival time.
Absolutely, and we're going to talk about the amazing things that are happening for the Spirit Festival this year. I know we talked a little bit off camera, but it really sounds exciting, and it's 32 years in the making.
Yes, it is. It's our 36th annual. It's hard to believe that 32 years have gone by, and the event has definitely evolved over the years, and it's really become a very important part of the makeup of Dearborn Heights, and the community really comes out and supports us every year.
Absolutely. It starts June 6th, Wednesday, to Sunday, June 10th. So a lot of opportunity to go out and check out all the different bands that are out there. You have so many different attractions that there's something for everybody, I think, within our community, and we attract people outside of Dearborn Heights as well.
This is definitely an opportunity for Dearborn Heights to extend to our neighboring communities
some fun.
A little hospitality, because you never know where your next resident will come from.
Absolutely.
So if they come into Dearborn Heights and have a positive experience at our Spirit Fest, maybe when they're looking for a home or a place that they want to settle down or come to, they'll remember the Spirit Fest, how much fun they have, and how kind of a together community we are, and all the people that get involved in the Spirit Fest. They may pick Dearborn Heights as their destination to live.
And they would be smart too. There's
yes,
a lot of happening things out here. As your major attractions, you've got Larry Lee and Back in the Days, Toppermost, Teen Angels, and I looked at this and I go, Frankie Valli, wow. But this is a tribute to Frankie Valli.
Correct.
So what do you expect when you come and you watch these performances? And they're usually in the evening, I see.
Yeah, these are the ones you're touching on is what we call our major closeout acts of our festival. And we should also note that this event, for those who are new to our
Sure.
community, and we have a lot of new viewers that I know you get regularly, that the event's being held at the Canfield Center grounds, which is located on Beach Daily, about a block and a half south of Ford Road, right between the fire station and Crestwood High School. So that helps people find the location, and it's held there right on the grounds. But you mentioned our closeout acts. That's our...
And the Ferris wheel tips people off.
Yeah. So that's why we have the Ferris wheel. Not only because it's an enjoyable ride and you get a great view of Dearborn Heights, it also is, it definitely tips people off. There's something's different going on, and yes, where we're located. But our closeout bands that we're doing is on our weekend nights, Friday night, we're closing out with Larry Lee and Back in the Days. This is a great dance band. They play all over. They play all, Wyandotte. They play Livonia Spree. They've been out in Canton. They're everywhere. They're just a great funky kind of sound. They play, what makes them unique is they play music from the 80s, which a lot of groups do, but they play right through present. So a lot of the newer Bruno Mars will come to mind, and that, he does a lot of the Bruno Mars, whatever. So that's a little more modern, because a lot of our bands in the past have always been out of the 70s and 80s, and we're trying to get a little more current. So Larry Lee and Back in the Days allows us to do that. What makes Larry Lee kind of unique is he used to be a former Detroit Lion. He used to play for the Lions.
Okay.
He was a lineman, and his passion's always been music. So once he retired from the Lions, he formed this band, and off he goes. And they're just a very enjoyable band. You will not be disappointed. It starts at 7 o'clock, and they'll be playing right to closing at 10 o'clock on Friday night. And then Saturday night we have Toppermost, which is a very popular Beatles tribute band. And I don't think the Beatles ever.
They'll never go out of style. I think
never.
Everybody, even
their
the new
music
generations,
is timeless.
Absolutely.
And so what they're going to be doing for our event is they're going to be playing all the very danceable Beatles songs. So and if you can think of,
do some boogie woogie.
Yeah, Hard Day's Night, and She Loves You, yeah, and I Want to Hold Your Hand, and all the greater danceable music they're going to be doing, and that's also from 7 until 10 on Saturday, and then Sunday we're closing out with Teen Angels, and we're trying to tie this all into our overall theme, which of course this year is saluting the '68 Tigers. 50 years as champion. This is the 50th anniversary already of the 1968 Tigers, which was a very, very special team and is still coveted by Tiger fans of all ages. And so you can see the Beatles, kind of from the 60s.
Right.
So you can see
definitely an underlying theme.
And now you have the teenagers are going to be doing a tribute to Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. We've never had this type of music at our event before, and that'll be at
That's my kind of music.
That'll be at 7 o'clock, and then they're going to come back and do a Beach Boys tribute at 8 o'clock. So we're going to be doing back-to-back, and of course, who was bigger in the 60s other than the Beatles?
Right, the Beach Boys.
We're Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and of course, the Beach Boys. And so they'll be on Sunday night from 7 until 10.
There is absolutely...
Or 7 till 9 on Sunday, I'm
7
sorry.
till
They're doing
9,
two
right.
1-hour segments.
Right, 7 o'clock Frankie
Right.
Valli and Beach Boys at 8. But there is absolutely no issue in terms of food out there either. So you can bring the family and have breakfast, lunch, and dinner probably. You have Taste of the Heights Food Fest as well. So talk to us about that.
Well, the Taste of the Heights Food Fest it's the 26th annual. In fact, my wife, Peggy Greibel, she's the chairperson, so it's kind of a family
it's all
thing
in the
for
family.
us. It's a family thing.
So entertainment, dinner.
You know, my family has grown up with the Spirit Fest. My kids went there when they were very, very young, and now they're adults. So that's how long, 32 years. It's been a family affair, and my wife is a very civic-minded. This is her hometown. I came here 32 years ago. She was born and raised here, so it's kind of exciting for her to be able to give back to her community and be involved. But the Taste of the Heights is held in the air-conditioned Canfield Community Center. It's from 5 until 6:30 on Thursday, so it's the second day of Spirit. Tickets are $6 for adults and $4 for 3 to 12-year-olds, and under 3 and under are free. And basically we get the food vendors, a lot of the restaurants. We have Antonio's will be there, and Mexican Fiesta. I'm just throwing out some big names. Leo's Coney Island will be there, and Al Shalal will be there. And so we have a wide variety of foods, and people get to come in and get to taste some of their best offerings. And
is there a cost involved
yes,
in this?
the cost once again was $6 for adults and $4 for ages 3 to 12.
And then
3 and under free.
Free.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And tickets will be on sale probably very shortly at the Canfield Community Center or the senior centers, and you can get your ticket in advance, or you can just come the day of the event. Now, one thing we've changed this year, the big problem we've had with our Taste of the Heights, because the carnival area, the midway rides are so big, a lot of the parking is taken up. We're not going to have any entertainment going at that time, so we're going to relieve the parking that way. But to allow our taste people to show up, we're going to be offering a shuttle service this year on Thursday night for the first time. From the post office. And we have a smart connector, air conditioned. We'll pick you up at the post office over on Ford Road, and we'll bring you and drop you off right in the center of the Spirit Fest, and you'll be able to walk right over to the Taste Fest, and after you're done, you can take the Spirit shuttle back. Shuttles will run about every 10 minutes. We're going to start at 4:30 on Thursday and go right up till 10 o'clock. So if you want to stay longer and enjoy some of the other activities going on Thursday night, the entertainment and things like that, because Thursday night is community night. And so we have all the different high school bands and choral groups and cheerleaders and pom squads. They're all performing Thursday night as part of community night.
You also have Fred Wolf, who's an Elvis impersonator, one of my favorites. So that is, what day is that? Saturday night.
That's Saturday,
from 4:30 to 6.
We before that we have a group, Tartar Sauce. That's a little Dixieland, because Dixieland is a very festival group, and the Tartar Sauce will be playing at 2:30. And then we have Fred Wolf, and Fred Wolf has been with us probably for the last 5 years.
Fans, come on out.
And he is really great. Elvis never goes out of style, does he?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I'm an avid Elvis fan.
People to this day still says he lives in Grand Rapids. They have sightings of Elvis to this day.
Okay.
But anyways, I don't know about that
That's
either.
another show.
But that's 4:30 to 6. Elvis will be here taking the main stage, so we have a big following, and that's why we bring back an Elvis impersonator every year, is because he does very well here in Dearborn Heights.
Oh, absolutely. There's you also have the 32nd annual Mayor's Walk, which is Thursday, June 7th. Registration at 6:30. So that's definitely something.
Yeah, I also want to mention that the first 100 to show up will get our official festival T-shirt, and this year it will be themed around the '68 Tigers. And so the first 100 that come will be able to get a T-shirt. You register for the walk. The walk is a 1-mile non-competitive walk. It's basically just encouraging people to get out and walk as a healthy form of exercise, and it kind of kicks off the summer. And what we hope will happen is people will go on this 1-mile walk, and when they get done, they'll go, "That wasn't too hard."
Right.
And maybe they'll continue doing it. So we're trying to promote that, and that's what recreation does. We try to promote fitness, health, well-being, and this is a way that through the Spirit Fest that we do that. And of course, the mayor is very walker himself and a very strong proponent of exercise and fitness.
Correct. You also have the 13th annual salute to our military, and you've added a real important component, the first responders and the police and fire. It's a salute to them, and those are definitely heroes that we need to salute.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
Yeah,
in terms of that?
We've always done just a salute to our military, past and present. But our entertainment chairman, that's Jerry Willems, he's the only other original founding member, other than myself, of the Spirit Festival Committee, and he's been with me for 32 years. He's been doing the entertainment for 32 years. This year he came up and says, "What do you think we recognize our local heroes?" Our military, we recognize they can be from anywhere, and what we emphasize our local military, but we recognize military from anywhere because they protect our freedom. But we said about our local first responder, and I said, what a great idea. We should show our appreciation, because a lot of them put their lives on the line
every day.
Every day. They never know when they're going to walk into one of those unfortunate situations, and they got to either handle it or they're there to protect us, and they do that. And they put themselves in danger to do that. And so we want to say thank you to our first responder. So we're working with Chief Gavin and our fire chief and
Chief Brogan.
Dave Brogan. And we're working with them, and they're helping us coordinate it. So we're going to come up with a nice program where it's all going to be tied together. We have the Ford Chorus coming out, and they're going to provide some entertainment as they do every year with the event. We're going to have some guest speakers, and so it'll be a nice moving event, a great tribute, and I think something that we all as Dearborn Heights residents will be proud of. And that's 1 to 2 on Saturday.
Perfect. I know I always enjoy the Spirit Festival, and I used to take my kids when they were younger, and now they go without me, but my husband and I go out there and we walk around and, just look at all the community members having a wonderful time.
Yeah, so, just as part of that, and I'll play off here, is that we now have people who came as kids to the Spirit Fest who are now bringing their kids.
Exactly. It is generational.
We're in the second generation, yes.
So everyone, Spirit Fest from June 6th to June 10th, come out. It's a wonderful time. There's food, there's music, networking, community members, being part of that wonderful Dearborn Heights spirit. And thank you, Ken Greibel, for keeping this alive for 32 years and for another 32 years,
yes,
hopefully. Thank you all for being with us, and we'll see you June 6th through June 10th at the Spirit Festival in Dearborn Heights.